Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm yapping a lot in this video, just giving you guys a little backstory as to what my 2024 was like. I know we're in like March 2025, but this was necessary. I feel like I wanted to update you guys as to what's going on in my life or what's been going on in my life. And so I'm doing my makeup and yapping, so let's get into it. Guys, I've not done a single ounce of makeup in like probably months at this point, like months. So because I've just been enjoying my skin out just like this. But you know, it's interesting because like I've been having some breakouts recently and my skin has been well behaved in the last like year or more. You guys, you follow me here, you hear me talk about my skin all the time, and I was just so frustrated with it. And now to see it as it is, like with 1 and 2 little breakouts here and there, like I'm very grateful that, you know, we figured out a routine that works. And I'm actually okay. It's like the most basic random routine ever, both for morning and evening. Not 1600 products or anything. I find that works for me and I just work with it, you know. It's been a while since I've been back on my channel, so I feel like it's only right that we talk about some stuff like updates, like what last year was like for me. Last year was one of those years that really tested me. I had literally so much going on. So last year, January, we went to Costa Rica, which was really incredible. Like, it was such a good trip. I've been thinking about it ever since. Like, I really enjoyed that trip so much. It was our very first international trip. It was just such a good time. Like, I really loved that time that we spent that way. And then right after we came back, I had this procedure, and like this procedure put me in the hospital for a couple of days. I'm not ready to talk about it yet. When I'm ready to talk about it, which I'm gonna talk about it here on my channel. So I have 2 tinted moisturizer here with me. I have the Elf Camo CC Cream. This one is a color correcting full coverage natural finish, SPF 30, and then I have the Maybelline Fit Me. Both of them are tinted moisturizer. However, this one is too light, this one is too dark for me. So I'm gonna try and mix them for the very first time. So I hope I'm gonna make a mistake and just put this on my face and completely like regret it. So I'm gonna try them for the very first time, and I'm doing it on camera with you guys because I mean, well, they are yap, so we might as well yap, right? So yeah, so that happened. Hopefully this makes sense, you know. I don't even know if I can actually mix them, but we are trying a thing today. Making sense or not? Yeah, we're making sense. I think so. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, so after that, no, recovered. That took me a couple of weeks to recover from, to be honest. And then like I think like a couple months after that, my friend and she was about to have her baby, and we did like a little weekend trip to Miami, which was really fun. I think I had vlogged that and put that on my channel actually. Yeah, so that was really fun. I'm just craving that Miami trip again for some reason. I'm just like, hey, let's just do a quick little Miami trip, because I've just been craving that little change of environment. Like Jamaica, yeah, we can just go to Florida, it's right there, you know, do a little shopping, eat little food, come back to your yard and just vibe, you know. So is it too dark? I think so, you know. I think compared to my neck, it is dark, but I'm gonna try to use concealer to see if we can, you know, help the situation that it is. Yeah, so yeah, definitely a little bit too dark. So anyway, Went, have a good time. It was such a good time. And then I came back. I processed that little time, but during that time I was awaiting like surgery. So I had to be going to my doctor, and you know, a couple of times back and forth, and then he's like, oh, so yeah, we have to go do surgery. And then I got a date in, I believe this was August. Yeah, so I got a date in August. So you know, August is like the time that we got the date and stuff like that. It just felt like a really long wait, but the thing about it, it came around really quickly. That time came about really quickly because we thought that, hey, so we put the date in like maybe my end of May. Got the date for August, and we were thinking that, yo, this is like a good little wait, you know what I mean, whatever. By the time we quint, August came, right? So August came, did the surgery. Well, there was a big, kind of like a situation with the whole thing anyway, but like went in for the surgery. When I went in for that day, turns out that like 2 other people had surgery that same day, right? And I ended up not getting the surgery the day. So imagine, like, I was fasting for like, it would have been like 48 hours at this point, because I hadn't eaten anything at all. Is it 48 hours? Yeah, like 2 days. Like 2 days I hadn't ate anything at all. And I was just like, yo, my God, I was so stressed out. I was bawling on the place because I was like, yo, I'm a prep and ready for this. Because if you've ever done surgery, well, I've never done like this was my very first planned surgery, guys. Otherwise, my surgeries are the other surgeries I've done, because I had done like I had an emergency surgery in 2021 where I had a ruptured appendix, right? And for that time, you know, emergency surgery, nothing is planned and stuff like that. And so this time, this was a planned surgery with a prepared date and everything, right? Going for the date, and like I said, I had 2 people waiting, stuff like that. So I had to like, I was really stressed out about it because they made me go last. And the thing is, there was a situation with like the beds at the ward, on the ward. They didn't have a bed, because if they didn't have a bed, like, I can't do the surgery. So I don't know if you guys know that parts of like UA hospital, they don't have, like, you have to pay. So certain services at the UA hospital you have to pay for. So there wasn't any available bed for me. So turns out that I couldn't do the surgery that day, and it was like deferred to like the next week. And I was so angry. When I tell you, I was so angry about that, because it's like, you know, when you mentally prepare yourself for something and then it don't happen, and at the same time I'm just like, yo, this must be God is working it out. Obviously, like, there's a reason why this never happened. I'ma get it. But yet still, there are parts of me as a human being was just so angry and frustrated that the surgery didn't happen on that day. And really and truly, when I look at it, is like, as a believer in Jesus Christ, like, I know and I understand and I believe that everything, nothing under the sun is done, like, everything is done according to his time. Well, that didn't work out the day that it was supposed to work out. So I don't know, my camera battery died, or my phone was telling me that it's overheating or whatever, so I had to turn it off. So I don't even remember where I stopped talking. So yeah, like I was saying, that like I was just so devastated about not getting the surgery the day. But anyway, it was a wasn't an open surgery. It was a surgery that was performed laparoscopically. I hope I pronounced that right. And so I didn't spend a long time. Like, I spent a day in the hospital, and I had like a urine bag and all of those things, and they're just trying to make sure that everything is okay. So I got to go home. The recovery was pretty easy compared to my those open surgeries I had done night and day. Like if you have a surgery like coming up or like at all, like, and they offer it laparoscopically, Lord, then choose that. Like ask your doctor about the options and stuff like that that might be there and that might be available, just so you can know what you know. But your recovery time is so important, guys. Like your recovery time is so important. So compared to like I guess I don't know what I imagine that C-section is similar to the surgery that I had done, the open surgery, the emergency open surgery that I had to do when I was removing that ruptured appendix. So I imagine that is what a C-section is like. I don't think it was any different, to be honest, even though I've never had a C-section, but it's similar. My doctor described it as similar to that. Thankfully the surgery was successful, so grateful. And I got to go home and I had to rest. Couldn't work out for like 3 months. So basically for the last year I worked out like majority of the year, but like for the almost like the last part of the year I had to take a seat. I was back in the gym though by I think month 2, because I felt strong enough to be back, but I didn't like go hard or anything. I just did like my usual like little routine and stuff like that, which I also think helped me to recover. Because I've been just like an active girly for a long time. I think that helped with my recovery. And so it's just so important that like we're lifting weights and we're staying active and stuff like that. So I've always been like a very active girly. So thankfully my recovery time with that was like very good, and it felt relatively easy, so grateful. So that's pretty much what my year looked like. I spent a lot of time in the hospital. Like I spent a lot of time in the hospital last year, and I have a lot to be grateful for, if I'm to be honest. But like I just felt like last year was one of those years, which I know because it's like I knew it would have happened at some point. Like I knew, but it didn't make it less like challenging, you know what I mean? See my camera overheating again because the time is very hot. Just applying some mascara to my lashes. I've been liking this mascara. I got it like a birthday gift from Elf, and it's called Big Mood, and I feel like it actually does give my lashes like a big mood. It's interesting because I always feel like my right lash is longer than my left lash. It's always way more elongated than my left side for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I don't. Let's gloss her up. I might use this little Elf balm, like they're almost done. Like I just gloss it up a little bit. Wow. Don't know if I like this gloss, but it has this like iridescent look. But man, I don't know why my lips are so dry. Anyway, so yeah, that's a little life update situation with me. I guess I'll share more with you guys in my vlogs to come about like other stuff that went on or has been going on with me. So I hope you guys liked this little yap sesh. Going out to lunch with my husband now, and that's why I'm feeling like doing a little thing on my face because I haven't done anything in a while. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later.